Hey guys, I'm going to walk you through how to do your map to look at climate in the state of Wisconsin, as well as vegetation and wildlife, and how all of those things overlap so we can start to understand habitats. So the first thing you're going to do is Google search for Google Earth Pro and click on the first link. So you should get to a site that looks like this, and you are going to click on Google Earth on web and then launch Earth. And then you're going to wait for the Earth to launch. Might take a bit. Elon Musk isn't helping us. All right, so then you are going to get to the Earth. If you get something that looks like a globe, what you can do is in the side search bar over here, you can actually type in Wisconsin and it will bring you to Wisconsin, which is what we are going to look at for today. Okay. So now, in order to get some of our climate information on your Raindrops and Ranges activity, you are going to click on the browser to open our database for temperature. So once we get to our temperature database, what we want to do is click on the year 2020, and we want to start in June, so that way we are actually mapping from June 2020 to June 2021. And then we are going to click on plot. Once we've clicked on plot, now we have the whole state of Wisconsin right here. And as you can see, it's actually divided up into 9 little separate regions. So if I hover my mouse over this top northwest region of Wisconsin, I can see down in where it says Climate Division 1, the precipitation is 36.36 inches. Those are the numbers we're going to use. So if I hover over to the next one, it says 38.53 inches. The next one over says 42.92 inches, and so on and so on. Those are the numbers we are going to use on our map. So when we click back, to our map, now I can add pinpoints. So you're going to go up to this hamburger menu up at the top corner and click on it and go down to where it says projects. And you are going to make a new project in your Google Drive. And you're going to name the project Raindrops and Ranges. And then we're going to click on a new feature. So you are going to have a bunch of little dots all over your map. I'm going to click on Add Place Mark, and up here in the corner of that little region, I think it was 36.36 inches, I am going to click on 36.36 inches rainfall. If I want to edit that by putting in any other special thing, I can do that as well. But now I have my little dot right there. And I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to add a new feature, add a place mark. Right next to it in the middle, I forget what that one was. So I'm going to go look back at my map. That middle one was 38.53 inches, 38.53, and so on and so on. So I'm going to do that all over the map for Wisconsin. With this as well, if I want to go in and edit it, so after I get all of my rainfalls in, maybe I want to divvy it up into categories. So anything between 36 inches and 0 inches might be red. So I can click on Edit Feature, and I can change my size, I can change my color. So maybe I want to make that one red, this one's blue, and so on and so on. And I can go back. Okay. Once I get all of my rainfall markers in, this is a little bit hard for me to see. So I'm going to add a new feature, and I'm going to draw a line or a shape. I want to draw rough shapes like how that other map had. So I'm going to click and draw a shape that's about the size of my upper quadrant. And this is going to be my 36.36, or maybe it's going to be my 35 to, let's say 37 inches of rain. And then if I want a new one, I'm going to draw it in the quad next to it. Maybe this one is 37 to 39 inches of rain. And once again, if I want to change the colors of those, I click on the little marker. I can do my fill color a different color. I can do my outline color a different color, whatever you want it to be. So maybe I want that one to be purple, and maybe I want my other one to be blue. So I'm going to click on the edit and go down blue, blue. Awesome. So then you're going to have a whole big color-coded map of the state of Wisconsin and different rainfall amounts. Next, you're going to do the same thing with temperature. So in order to do temperature, I'm actually going to click on these little eyeball icons, and you can see it's going to hide all of those different ranges because the temperature is going to be a little bit different. So if I go back to my map, and instead of precipitation, I do average temperature and plot, I get similar regions, and we can see that the whole state of Wisconsin is really, really close together. There are some parts that are a little bit warmer, and if you would like to denote that on your map, you can definitely do that. So we see up north is about a little less than 10 degrees cooler on average than the lower part of the state. You can denote that in your map. So you're going to go through and make your little icons and all of that good stuff. Next, what you're going to do is you are going to make a map of the different land cover. So here in your document, I have inserted a map of Wisconsin of what the land cover was like in the mid-1800s, in the 1930s, and the 2000s. So you guys are going to use the 2000s map. So we see that up north in Wisconsin, we have a lot of conifer and mixed forest, deciduous forest, whereas the southern part of the state is a lot of agriculture. We have some urban. If you want a different map, you can also just search for a map of Wisconsin and land cover. And then on your Google Earth, you're going to add your new feature, draw a line. So maybe this whole southern part of Wisconsin, if you wanted to denote that this was a lot of agriculture, I would do that and type in agriculture. And save. Okay. The last thing you're going to do is look up any animal that lives in Wisconsin and what its ranges are and where the different populations for that animal are. And then you're going to overlap that on top of this map. That way, we'll be able to see what animals do really, really well in certain habitats and which ones maybe need some different habitats in order for them to live. So I hope this helps a little bit on how to use this Google Earth. Make sure to ask questions if you have them.